Hello everyone, welcome to a new video of Diablo Immortal. Today we're going to talk about the classes, which one is good and which one isn't, which one do you want to avoid at all times. Right, so I have to say this list is going to be based on my opinion and my opinion only. It's for PvE, not PvP, keep that in mind. And let's get right into it. First class, Wizard. Not a good class, not at all. I personally don't like it. The main reason why, you need two builds. You need a single target build, you need a AoE build. You have to switch a lot between those builds based on what you are going to do. So if you're a person like me who likes to do 3 dungeons, run a rift, go open world, then go another dungeon, it's not going to be good because you have to run back and switch your skill build every time. Also, a main problem that I seem to have with the Wizard, I play a lot of Diablo on my mobile, so I have to aim when I'm using single target build. I have to aim my spells, which ends up to misfiring quite often because I like to just spam my buttons and chill. I just want to relax. So for me, it's not a good class. It doesn't perform well. However, I do know that if you are focused on playing it the right way, if you do enjoy playing a wizard, it can perform really well. It's just not the right class for me. Okay, so I will put this in B tier. Then next up, Monk. Monk is also going straight up to the B tier. I'm going to explain why. It is a good class. It has a lot of mobility. It has the damage. However, it's squishy as hell. Being melee, you have a reduction of about 40% damage, I believe, but still you die really fast compared to other classes, as to Barbarian, for example. The plus point on the Monk is the mobility. You can run really fast. If you have the right setup, you can just keep that movement buff up at all times. If not, it's going to be on cooldown for like 2 seconds. It doesn't matter. It's still going to perform really well. For open world, I would say this is a really good class. For dungeons, I personally don't like it that much. I do know it is a god for PvP. That's something that I do know. However, this list is not based on PvP, so I'm not going to talk about that. I did enjoy the Monk, just not as much as I did with other classes. However, if you do like straight up fisting combat, if you do like going in and going out on a fast pace, this might be the class for you. Then up is the Crusader. Crusader is going on C tier for me. And the reason why is that it's a good class, however, it's mainly for group content. If you are in a group, it's going to perform really well because of the crit buff. However, if you're more like a solo type of player, if you like to do content on your own, it might not be that great. It underperforms in my opinion. It can also on each class it can perform really well if you have the right setup. However, there are plus and downsides on each class. Plus point on the Crusader, the crit buff, it's insane. Everybody knows that, everybody enjoys it. Everybody enjoys when there's a Crusader around. However, when you're playing alone, that crit buff is not getting as much value as it would when you're playing with a Crusader instead of being one. So for example, if you're a Barbarian or a Necromancer and you have a Crusader, you're going to pop all those numbers. But being a Crusader is not as effective as having one in your team. You know what I mean? So the mobility, however, is pretty good. You have the horse, you can run, you can drag all those monsters with you on your horse. They will just follow and they will melt. It's fun class to play. But if you're just focusing on actual numbers, there are many other classes that can perform better. And that's one. Yeah. With that being said, we're going over to the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter is A tier for me. I'm actually thinking maybe S tier, but I'm going to put it at A tier. Because Demon Hunter relies a bit on spending, to be honest. The actual build with Impel is really good. The damage is going to be insane. You can keep distance at all times. You do have to interact a lot with the game. You have to move a lot. However, the damage is going to be insane. You're going to be able to kill a lot on your own. You're going to be able to do challenge rifts way above your combat rating. And overall, it's going to be a lot of fun to play this one. However, the downside is that it's squishy as hell, so when you get hit, you will be dead in one hit. And you have to delete the character and start all over. No, I'm just kidding. But other than that, it's really good. It has the mobility, it has the range. The primary attack is insane, especially with the new gem that we have now, the Gloom Mask, I think it's called. I don't know. It's going to be a beast. Hands down on that. But the squishiness, it's I don't know about that. I don't know. For me, the same thing with the wizard. You have to aim for certain spells. I did not have all the right legendaries for it. I have to admit that. So my damage wasn't that huge. I had to aim some spells. I think it was multi-shot, if I remember correctly. Not sure how that works if you have the proper setup for it. But it wasn't my kind of playstyle. I did enjoy playing it, but I ended up liking other classes more. Which means that we're going to talk about my top 2 choices, which is the Barbarian and the Necromancer. Both of them are going in S tier. I'm going to talk about the Barbarian first. Barbarian, hands up, it's just perfect. It's the perfect class for you. Both of these classes are perfect for low spenders and free-to-play players. The Barbarian has a lot of mobility. It's going to run fast in dungeons, open world. Everywhere you're going to see yourself rushing through everything. With the right build, you're going to burn everything down. You have tornadoes coming out of your ass. You leave a pad of fire behind. You can just whirlwind everything down. It's just the best class there is. Mobility-wise, it's 10 out of 10. Damage-wise, 10 out of 10. For farming, 10 out of 10. This is just the best class in-game. As spender, as free-to-play, as low spender, dolphin, frog, a whale, Godzilla, doesn't matter. You're going to want to play the Barbarian. Yeah, I don't have a lot of more to say about the Barbarian actually. It's just really, really good. You have to check it out, you have to play it. If you haven't played Barbarian before, just try it. Make sure to get the right legendaries before you judge it. The legendaries do carry the character a lot. Without those legendaries, you're going to be shit. But just be patient until you have all of the legendaries and you're going to have a lot of fun. As for the Necromancer, this is my personal favorite. Because of the summons and the interaction with the game. You don't have to interact that much because the pets are going to do everything for you. I'm personally the type that likes to press my buttons just like, you know, and see everything melt down. That's just my playstyle. So that's why I liked the Necromancer the most. Damage-wise, it's really, really good. Mobility-wise, it's just ass. It doesn't have any mobility. You can use one certain skill to teleport around for a little bit. However, you are going to sacrifice a lot of damage. The question is it worth it? It really depends on the content you're doing, I guess. If you're doing rifts, might be worth it. Regular rifts, not the challenge one, because you want to damage them. Open world farming, you also want damage, but teleporting around is really good. So for that type of content, it's going to be effective. Other than that, not so much. The downside is you're going to be ending up behind alone most of the time. You're going to have to catch up most of the time. However, when you do catch up, the numbers are insane. you are going to be top tier. For sure. Free to play, low spenders, this class is going to be for you. Just make sure you have the right setup, you have the right set items, legendaries, stuff like that, and you will melt everything down. You don't have to aim, you don't need to have some special mats in your head to get the right numbers. You just press random buttons, everything blows the fuck up, and you're going to be a happy man or you're going to be a happy woman. Don't think, just play Necromancer. For me, it's the best class, I enjoy it the most. I hope that's the same for most of you people. For those who don't like the Necromancer because of the mobility, play the Barbarian, you're going to have a lot of fun. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. That's my opinion. Again, this might not be accurate as for actual numbers and data, but this is just my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed it and see you in the next one. Bye.